Right, this one's slightly more difficult than the first two questions that you've seen in the videos, the earlier videos. The reason for that is this. If I'll just remind you what the questions look like. Right, in the previous video, that was a question which we had to solve simultaneously. And notice y is by itself, y is by itself. That's why we were easily able to make that equal to this. Right, and the same with the previous question from the first video. Look, y is isolated, so we could have easily made that equal to this, is what we've done. And if you look at this, okay, this is fine, the y is isolated, but here it's not. It's bunched up with the x, plus x. So we're going to do something about this. We're going to rearrange it. So we need to rearrange this to make y the subject of the formula. The best way to do that, to get rid of x, is minus x. Careful now, if that was a minus x already, you'd have had to plus x. So always be careful. Right, what have you done this side? Do on the other side. X minus x, they knock out, cancel each other out. You're left with y is equal to 4 minus x. So that thing there is this over here. Let me just write that out again. Let me write out the question all over again. So that thing there I'm pointing at is that thing. And then let me just copy that. Let me just copy that line over here. So now you can see that the y is isolated. It's just like the question that was seen in the first two videos on this. So obviously now we can make this one equal to this. Now it doesn't matter which side you put this on, you can turn it the other way. For example, you know 1 add 2 is 3, but you also know 3 is equal to 1 add 2. What difference does it make which side you put it on? Yeah? You could write 1 add 2 is equal to 3. Right, no big deal. So that's how we write it. You can write it like that if you want to. Right. It's a quadratic, and I want to be able to solve it, but I can't solve it until I've got a 0 on one side. But this side being lighter than that side, I can get rid of this side. To get rid of 4, take away 4. To get rid of minus x plus x. What have you done this side? Do on the other side. So you've got minus 4 and plus x. Okay, line them up because it looks nice. So you've got 0 on this side. You've got x squared by itself. 3x add 1x is 4x. Minus 1 take away 4 on the number line gives you minus 5. Now that should be solvable, factorizable. Double brackets. You know, you can use a quadratic formula on this to get the values, the two values of x's. You can use completing the square. There are different ways of doing it, but since it's factorizable, I'm just going to factorize it. Right, once again, what two numbers multiply together to give you negative 5, but when add together to give you plus 4? Obviously, sometimes it takes a while to get the answer, the numbers there, and sometimes you can get it straight away. I believe it's minus 1 and 5. Right, I've had to think about that. Minus 1 times 5 is minus 5, and then minus 1 add 5 gives you positive 4. Right, those are the two numbers we're after. Just like in the previous videos, obviously x is equal to 1, x equals to minus 5. Now we need to find the corresponding values of y's. Now, choose an easy one. I'll choose this one. I'll choose this one. Right, find the value of y when x is 1. You can do this in your head. Look, 4 take away 1 is 3. Y is equal to 3. Replace the x with minus 5. So you got 4 take away, what's that? Minus 5. Two negatives make a positive. So that's 4 add 5 is 9. As I've said in a previous video, if I was to plot a graph of this and this, okay, that's a quadratic graph. They tend to be U-shapes like that. And then this one here, this graph here, the graph of this is a straight line graph, would look something like that. Right, these two coordinates, one of them would be one along the corridor 3 up the stairs, and this one would be -5 and 9. Right. If I was to plot this accurately on a graph paper, I would find that these two equations, these two graphs, meet at these 2 points that we just worked out. Right, that we just worked out right here and here.